Have you ever wondered what might happen if one of the most generous and eccentric bloggers on the planet suddenly decided to go far beyond the usual pranks and large-scale charity events? It would seem that what else can you expect from a person who regularly gives away hundreds of thousands of dollars and organizes grand challenges, thereby shocking the internet with enviable regularity? However, even the most devoted fans of this blogger, who is famous for his crazy ideas and fantastic returns, did not suspect what he is really capable of. From the very beginning, there was a feeling in the air that something so huge was coming that the words shock, sensation, and miracle would seem like a pale shadow compared to real events. Are you ready to find out what exactly happened? Fasten your seatbelts, because the story you are about to hear will change your idea not only of what it means to be a blogger, but also of human generosity, determination, and the desire to make the world a better place. From the early morning of that day, the internet was electrified with anxious anticipation. Twitter, Reddit, Instagram, YouTube, and all other social networks were buzzing with MrBeast's veiled hints of something truly epic. Millions of followers were reading every word, trying to find even the smallest clue to his next move. Rumors were snowballing. Some said he was going to buy an entire island to turn it into a free amusement park for everyone. Others claimed he had decided to create his own cryptocurrency associated with charity. Still others seriously claimed that he had already arranged a flight into space to conduct the most expensive giveaway in history. And the more incredible these rumors became, the more desperate fans were for real information. Speculation increased, but the real details remained under wraps. And then the Hour X came. A short video intro appeared on MrBeast's YouTube channel, just a few seconds long. No words, just a big timer ticking down and a huge caption. "This will change the world." Some laughed, some were skeptical, but most clearly understood. Something so grandiose was coming that the game was worth the candle. After such a teaser, no one could eat or sleep. Everyone was immersed in tense anticipation. The comments under the video bubbled like a geyser. People offered their crazy hypotheses, bombarded each other with questions, and begged for at least a few words of clarification. But MrBeast seemed to be deliberately fueling the excitement. Not a single additional hint, not a line of information, complete silence. And this only fueled the interest even more. When the timer finally ran out, millions of viewers from all over the world rushed to open the broadcast. And the first thing they saw was not the usual happy face of the blogger, but a large-scale panorama of a huge construction site somewhere on the horizon. The camera flew around this space, capturing with its gaze the folding houses, dozens of bulldozers, hundreds of workers in helmets and bright vests. And suddenly MrBeast appears. He is standing in the middle of this incredible bustle, dressed in a helmet with the logo of his channel and shining as if he won $1 billion in the lottery. He holds a microphone in his hands, and his eyes literally glow with indomitable energy. In this look, one could read pride and a certain childish enthusiasm, as if he was planning the coolest prank in the world. But the first question from the viewers, frozen on the other side of the screen: where is he and what is going on? And the blogger explains, all this is not a prank, not another challenge, and not an advertising gimmick. He tells a story about how he once came across statistics that deeply shocked him. Millions of people around the world are forced to live without proper shelter, without access to basic sanitation, without enough water and food. And although MrBeast himself has helped those in need more than once, he understood that he needed to act on an even larger scale and more systematically to give people not just one-time help, but a real chance at a new life. The video sequence begins to change to shots from slums, where children play on wastelands littered with garbage, from refugee camps, where people live for months and years without prospects, from destroyed cities, where there is no electricity or drinking water. Time after time, the viewers are shown images of human despair, which cannot help but instill a heartbreaking pain and a desire to help. And then the most incredible thing begins. MrBeast, combining efforts with the largest charities, volunteers, and sponsors, conceived of building a whole new city for those whose lives were destroyed. And not just building box houses, it was about creating a full-fledged community where there would be everything necessary: schools, hospitals, treatment facilities, green energy power grids, production facilities, workplaces, and training programs, so that people could not only find a roof over their heads, but also engage in their own development and work. As it turned out, he started this global construction in a region that was particularly hard hit by economic and social disasters, and where the government was trying with all its might to support the survival of the population, but without significant help from the outside, little could be done. Such a grandiose goal naturally required colossal investments, and MrBeast took an unprecedented step. He was ready to invest all the income from his future videos, all sponsorship contracts, and even his own savings in this project. Moreover, he agreed with a group of entrepreneurs, including well-known IT billionaires and representatives of large corporations, so that they would donate a significant part of their funds to the common cause. And the biggest surprise, he offered to involve his viewers in this. Every video view, every like, every comment, and every subscription would be converted into money that would go to the needs of the new construction. But the boldest idea he voiced was the creation of a global community of partner subscribers who would be able to track the progress of work in real time, see how funds are spent, and participate in decision-making through special online platforms. No one had ever done anything like this in the field of charity. In fact, each viewer became not just a passive observer, but a direct participant in a large-scale transformation of the lives of thousands of people. Right during the broadcast, MrBeast showed footage from different parts of the site: houses already under construction, frame structures, road construction in full swing, pipes being laid, and a water supply system being connected. People worked enthusiastically day and night, inspired by the idea that their work would be noticed and rewarded not only with a salary, but also with the gratitude of the entire world. Volunteers from different countries came to this region to make their contribution, to help with construction, to teach local residents new professions, to paint the not yet fully finished walls of houses with bright pictures. The organization resembled an anthill, where everyone works together, following a single goal: to give a future to those who no longer hoped for a change for the better. However, the most interesting thing happened a little later, when MrBeast decided to personally go to the most inaccessible places to show the audience how people live, to whom almost no help reaches. He took a small film crew with him and went in jeeps to where dirt roads turn into impassable directions, where everyday amenities have long been a luxury, and the very word education is an empty sound for many children. Making their way through overgrown paths and driving over destroyed bridges, the team took risks, encountering the elements and impassability. But when they finally reached the first village, everyone was shocked. People lived in dilapidated shacks, children ran barefoot on stones and garbage, drinking water had to be carried in buckets for several kilometers. But seeing strangers, people looked at them without fear. For them, the arrival of strangers was already familiar. Many tried to film something, conduct interviews, but no one offered real help. Suddenly, MrBeast ordered to open the side of one of the trucks that was parked nearby. From there, they started to unload boxes with medicines, clothes, school supplies, even laptops for future computer classes. At first, people couldn't believe their eyes, until they started handing it all right into their hands: textbooks and materials to teachers, stationery and simple gifts to children, medical kits to adults. Some people burst into tears, unable to believe that all this was really happening. It was then that something no one could have fully expected became apparent. MrBeast did not simply bring humanitarian aid, but decided to stay in this place for several days to personally participate in the lives of local residents, understand their pressing problems, and establish contact. The film crew recorded his every interaction, from a conversation with a young mother dreaming of education for her children, to heated arguments with a local elder who doubted the intentions of the newcomers. But the more MrBeast communicated with people, the more obvious it became. He really cares about their fate. He is ready to invest effort and resources to change their reality for the better. It cannot be said that everything went smoothly. There were conflicts with corrupt officials who tried to profit from charity funds. Some local gangs tried to create obstacles because the influx of big money and media attention could disrupt their usual earning schemes. The MrBeast team repeatedly found themselves in difficult situations. They were threatened. They were forced to leave the area using blackmail and promises of reprisals. But the blogger did not give up. He used his influence, involved the police, international organizations, and steadfastly held the course to bring what he started to the end. After all, if he retreated now, it would mean betraying the hopes of thousands of people who were promised a better future. And then came the day when the construction progress entered a new stage. Most of the infrastructure was already ready. Several schools, a full-fledged hospital, residential areas, sports grounds were built. Several first jobs were created in the service and small manufacturing sectors so that people could not just exist, but develop as a community. It was at this moment that MrBeast launched a grand festive concert. Musicians and artists from all over the world flew in to support this mission. Popular bands and famous singers performed on a specially erected stage. Crowds of spectators, locals, volunteers, and visiting stars stood shoulder to shoulder, united by a single idea. Cameras transmitted every detail live, gathering millions of viewers online. It was like a magical extravaganza of unity, when people, seemingly from different universes, suddenly become close, open their hearts to each other, and find a common future. But the most powerful effect was produced by the moment when MrBeast addressed everyone watching the broadcast from the stage with words of gratitude and a call not to stop. He emphasized that this was only the beginning and that there was still a lot of work ahead. The construction had to be completed, and most importantly, people had to be helped to create a sustainable system of education, healthcare, economy, so that the community could live and prosper independently without constant infusions from outside. He thanked everyone who watched the video, who liked it, who left a comment and subscribed, because each of these tiny actions turned into real money and real opportunities for those who needed it. It was clear that the blogger himself was overwhelmed with emotion. His eyes showed genuine joy and touching gratitude that the project, which many considered a crazy dream, was coming to life before the eyes of the entire world. He talked about how difficult it was to persuade large companies to participate without guarantees of quick profits, how difficult it was to find volunteers willing to go to hard-to-reach regions, and how difficult it was to coordinate such a scale of work. But he was even more pleased that people responded with incredible force. Ordinary guys and girls from different countries transferred small amounts of money, spread information on social networks, went out into the streets with posters, calling on politicians and sponsors to help in this matter. It seemed that all barriers had collapsed. People were united by the understanding that they could literally change the world with a few clicks or a small donation, not in words, but in deeds. And although the scale of the project was mind-boggling, a real explosion of emotions awaited the audience at the end. On one of the huge screens installed next to the stage, a video link suddenly turned on. Elon Musk himself appeared on it, announcing that he was joining the MrBeast initiative and was ready to help not only with finances, but also with technological solutions for environmentally friendly energy supply systems. Then the footage switched to representatives of world-famous funds, who announced the launch of long-term social support programs, and then a famous actor, who had been helping refugees for many years, joined in and confirmed his readiness to organize medical teams in additional camps. All this looked like a fantastic chain reaction of good deeds, which was provoked by one single person who decided not just to make another viral video, but to put all his soul, energy, and resources into a real miracle. In the comments under the live broadcast, people from all over the world shared how they were crying, how they were delighted, how they were ready to run right now and join the volunteer movement, how they suddenly believed that humanity is capable of uniting and defeating despair. Even the most ardent skeptics admitted, MrBeast did not just shock everyone, he showed that society can save itself if a brave enough person challenges it. When the concert came to an end, the entire community of viewers on the other side of the screen were in a state of delight and pleasant shock. In the eyes of millions of people, the world had become a little better, hope had acquired a more real outline, and faith in the power of common action had grown stronger than ever before. And at that very moment, when the camera flew around the developing city and stopped on MrBeast's radiant smile, he said simple and very important words. "We are not even finished yet. This is just the beginning. You have no idea what awaits us next." And it immediately became clear to everyone, if this man says that something even more grandiose awaits us, then it is most likely true. After all, today he has already proven to the world that the impossible can become reality. In conclusion of this incredible story, I would like to say, sometimes we doubt whether one person can seriously influence the lives of many others. The story of MrBeast once again reminds us that the answer is yes. And if you feel passion inside you, the desire to do good, change something for the better, and share your energy, do not be afraid to show it. Perhaps the next global changes will begin with your first step. And right now, each of us can continue this path. Like this video, subscribe to the channel and share your ideas in the comments. Each of your clicks is a contribution to our common dream of a world where no one is left without help and a chance for a better life. Let's take another step towards change together.